Alright guys, so we're about to do this S rank hunt. I have no idea what it is. Considering my chocobo was forced to leave, you have to think something epic is going to happen over here. And apparently we're going to get some good reward for doing it. Until we're going to get some good crafting items and stuff. It's got to be over here. Probably that end area over there, right? Like that little thing. We'll see what it is. Let's find out. Mem says hopefully we'll get a guest character. I don't know if I like guest characters in fighting games. Arachne? No, these are just generic enemies. Can we pass them? I want to get to whatever the fight is. Alright, over here. Is that it? That might be it right there. It sure looks like it. Well, we're about to find out. See you tonight, Kagome. Whoa, look at this thing. Atlas. Okay. Atlas, indeed. Level 45. Oh, I'm level 31. Maybe this is a bad idea.
More life left in it. All right then.
Oh, I did the wrong thing. High potion, great. So far. Can't see. Wow, that hurt.
That's all ready.
Trying to dodge, really I am. Getting hit. Nice stagger right there. Oh, that hurt.
I needed that.
I have no healing left, so I better kill it. Die, but I staggered it. See, this is not good.
Over here. Come on.
Great.
Help me, boy.
Got it. Wow. With 0 health left, I got it. Woo! That was an S rank hunt too. Are you shitting me? It gave me 15,000 experience points. 15,000. Think about that. I only got 2,000 experience points for when I beat the boss. I just gained 3 levels. What the hell? I gained 3 freaking levels by killing that thing. And I got a fallen iron and an orichalcum, which is a rare crafting item. What the heck? I got 3 freaking levels. Well, Atlas, you're dead. Nothing else here? No. Alright, I guess we'll go back to town and see what we can do with this orichalcum. We probably have some good upgrade items now to do. I gotta go, of course, restock on all my healing items now. Alright. Well, again, the combat's not too hard in the game. It was just a matter of dodging. And I got hit a ton. If I dodged better, I probably would have done that easily. Alright. By the way, do we have a lot of upgrade points now? Now that I just leveled like 3 or 4 times? I have 2,000. Nah. I wanted to upgrade my ultimate even further. But I can't. It's 2390, so I guess we gotta wait. Still can't do it. Oh, Torgal's doing good today, Jade. I'm sure he's happy you asked. We gotta talk to all the usuals, all the locals.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kuka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. Start to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
Maxed Out Max says essentially the S-level hunts are super bosses of the game.
Well, don't
So,
just stand there.
I guess he was meant to be a
gawping.
much tougher enemy. Enhancer? So the Enhancer is better than the Platinum Sword plus 2 in damage, but not in, what is that, stun or whatever? I'm not sure. I might as well buy it. It's cheap, right?
It'd better all be here.
I didn't want to equip it. I equipped it by accident. Oh well. I didn't mean to do that. Hunter's waist cloth.
You'll not find a better
I think maybe
price
I
than
can
that.
upgrade these to be better, right? Hunter's arm cloth.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Crafting pieces. Here we go.
It'd better all be here. You'll not find a
All right.
better price than that.
Let's see if we can upgrade any to the blacksmith, right? Karen with the blunt. Not a blunt. That's us cloves. She likes cloves. I had a friend who used to smoke cloves all the time.
Do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Cooper is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words.
Really? You really wanted him dead, huh?
This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Alright, can we do upgrades here? I went the wrong way.
Back, are ya? So, what it
So
be?
this is, okay, if you take a look, you can upgrade the grindstone with 11 bolt, earth shard, and a meteorite. You see that? Wait, this is crafting? No, this is crafting. And then maybe you can upgrade after the fact. Like and this will become 240, 225. I guess we should just make this because I think that's what the items are for. So let's make the grindstone, right?
Should last you a good while.
And then can we upgrade the grindstone? No, we cannot. We still don't have the item for the Drake Slayer belt. We can upgrade my other items, though. Like this.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Hunter's Armcloth plus 1 would still be weak compared to what else I have on. So I guess I'll leave on what the other thing is that I have on. According to this, Enhancer plus 1 is better. I think it is.
No scratches, right?
I'll double check all of this. I can make it Enhancer plus 2. Oh, cool.
My best work, but it'll do.
And we can make a waistcloth plus 2.
Yeah, that should do ya.
Oh, diamond armlets
Bring me the
plus 2. We don't
materials.
have a diamond
I'll
armlet plus
think about
1.
it.
Where do we get diamond armlets from? We don't have them. I want a diamond armlet. I don't have it. Damn it. He's telling you could upgrade stuff you don't have. Alright, let's see what I have equipped and what I don't have equipped, because I'm confused. So I have the Enhancer plus 2, which is better than the Grindstone. Yeah, it absolutely is. Okay. I got the Hunter's Waistcloth. Much better than the other stuff. Yup. I currently have Mithril Wristlets. I don't know where I got these, but they're really good. So they're definitely better than the other items. I'll keep these on then. Yup. Alright. And then we got Breath of the Wind. Yeah, these are the ones I want. Yep. Okay. Alright, good.
Fine.
Who else am I talking to? Harpocrates. I love speaking to Harpocrates. Come here, Harpocrates. The librarian, basically.
Ah, Clive, have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Cooper is dead.
Oh my,
Oh my!
can it really be true?
Look, he's crying.
Ah! They're making fun of the guy. Wow.
Baby.
He killed my whole family and all my pets. You piece of shit, kid. I'm gonna paper cut you slowly with every book in this library, you son of a bitch.
There shall be no lessons today, only Thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
All right. I hope Clive could kill more people, so we have more days off. Can you go kill several more villains?
A new dawn has
Yes.
broken.
It does.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Very good.
Hippocrates. After Kuka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our
So
collection. and
no one knows
found
what Ultima
nothing.
is.
Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him with my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
The Ken.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot.
He's not gonna find out anything, is he?
Right.
He needs to use
Let's see if
Bing.
Ozzo has anything else for me.
Yes. How about Ask Jeeves? I'm sure that will give him a good search result.
Thanks to Sid.
That sure was an interesting premise. Ask Jeeves. Anyone remember that?
I'm telling you.
It was a search
it's
engine
true.
where
I
you're
heard
basically
it's
you pretend like you're
doctors
asking your
finding
butler. Like you're a rich person asking a butler who supposedly knows everything about a question. Ask Jeeves.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got
Oh, you
running
used it,
out of
Canadian
something.
Kirk? Oh, yeah?
Just spreading the word.
Was it any good? I don't remember. Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, please give it a like. We're at 80 likes. We're trying to hit 100 today. It'd be great if we could.
So,
Of course, any other support would be great,
Professor's
but
got a
the likes
soft
would be
side, does she?
tremendous. Thank you.
I never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old Hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
Sid is dead.
You're right. I should.
Sid is dead.
And I will.
Sid cannot hear you
Well,
telling him that
when you
Kupka's
do,
dead. Because he's
Be
dead.
sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down at that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Okay, more busy work. What's next? Slay thorny thistles at... No, that's chalk and ball. It's caulk and ball. Speak with Mid. Okay, Mid. Wait, Mid's up here, right? We gotta go around? Yeah, we gotta go up and then down, I think. Zed is dead? That's correct. Some, Tarantino. Zed's dead, baby. How is Jill? She woke up, but we haven't done a mission with her yet.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen.
Airship.
The Enterprise.
Is it an airship or is it a regular ship? Enterprise was
Me
the
and
name
my
of
dad
a
designed
ship
it
in previous
together.
Final Fantasies, by the
Where
way.
other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines.
Mithril!
And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva.
Ah.
But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that.
Oh, no.
First things first, I need some parts making.
No.
The stack will be made up of three
No.
major components.
No. Why are you...
There's the plating, here,
I told you
that
this is the
channels
pacing
hot
of the
vapors
game.
away from the
Do
engine.
something epic and fun, waste your
The
time.
helm over
Do
the
something
top
epic
that
and fun,
disperses all that heat into the
more
air.
time wasted. Why do they do this?
And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
Okay, I don't care. You do it. I'll go save the world. You fuck around with this airship.
Full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto
Oh
it.
my god.
I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
This is so dumb. The wasted time is tremendous in this game.
I can't make it.
I really feel if they didn't have these wasted time segments, the game would be half as
Luckily,
long.
You don't need to.
I'm just wasting my time. Ay, ay, ay. So now we gotta go Blackthorn. Waste more time. Like, this whole thing is busy work padding for sure. There's no reason for you to have to do this in the game. It doesn't add anything. It does, you know what I mean? It doesn't make it feel more realistic. It's just stupid. You're the most powerful fighter here. You're dominant. Why are you running around doing the fucking busy work for these people? Right? Stupid. This is not an MMO. Someone needs to tell them they didn't make an MMO. I'm not sure they're aware. I think they made an MMO.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Here you go.
Krieger's Tates. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though. And I'll need help. Get Gavin-Otto in here, will you?
Right.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh, boy.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this.
Go to sleep. Oh, excuse me.
This
Collect
plate.
parts. Fetch quest.
The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Valcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with.
Alright. Letting off Steam 1. Now, anything new? Because sometimes randomly the quests will appear, the good ones. Nope. We gotta keep going. Alright. Alright, received another $1 tip. This person is saying their name is Rainbow Load, not Rainbow Loaf. Well, it's even worse. A rainbow loaf sounded like a turd with sprinkles on it. Rainbow load, I don't even want to tell you what it sounds like. Thanks for the $1 tip, though. All right, let's continue.
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Gav, you're with me.
Gav, you're with me.
All right then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Dalamil.
Dalamil.
I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting them fleece you.
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
Exactly. I knew Otto wouldn't be fleeced. Gav would get
Yeah,
fleeced every
I'm
5
sorry.
seconds. He's so dumb. All right, so we're off. Right? We're off. World map. Here we are. Let's go do it. Let's get it done. If we can get this done, we can go to the next major story mission, right? So let's try to get through this in the next hour. We have like a half an hour. If we get through this in like 45 minutes, we'll have like an hour to do the next story mission. So let's just turbo through it. Push through the boredom. All right.
Looks like I found the river.
What's going on, Shake My Hand 420? How you doing
Yes,
today?
Gav.
Welcome. Welcome. We had a cool major story developments. We had an epic S level hunt that we did, and now we're falling asleep. So you said it was down by the river, correct? Oh, we gotta talk to Gav. There we go.
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless.
Oh, they're not
But
craftsmen,
if
are they?
Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
Race you. Okay. He's gonna race me. Very exciting. Actually, I'm not paying attention. Are we actually being raced? I don't think so. Alright. I got another $1 tip. It says Rainbow Load is based on a rainbow loading screen from a Lion King game from my childhood. Deep cut, I know. Well, there you go. Sometimes things just aren't as they sound. Thank you very much for another $1 tip. I appreciate that. Alright. So, this way. I probably played this Lion King game you're talking about, too. Was it the Genesis or the SNES version? Because I played both. Wow. This is riveting stuff.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
I have to collect 5? Oh, no. What's for dinner tonight? Pasta. I think linguine with a spicy marinara and the homemade meatballs my wife had made the other night. We're going to have some more of those with it. So it should be pretty good. I got 2. Keep going this way. Oh, I don't see any more over here, right? Maybe it's all along the river bend. Here's one. They are all along the river bend. Just along the river bend. I forgot to hold the button. It's very exciting. And the protagonist has to get down and gather handfuls of dirt. That's the epitome of RPG gaming, let me tell you folks. This is what we live for, us RPG fans. Oh, that's an invisible wall. So where's the final piece? Over there? Here it is. Yes. Hornton's test successful. We can see you.
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
He just went to the beach. He filled a bucket with sand. This is an actual quest in Final Fantasy 16. It's interesting. Alright, what does Gav has to say?
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Woohoo.
Oh, you win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat?
Yes, we're busy. We don't have time for this.
Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
By the way, Neo Maxim just said, looking forward to the day you'll play Lost Odyssey. That game feels a lot more like Final Fantasy than many iterations that have come in the last decade. Completely agree with you. It's funny because there's a meme that Lost Odyssey is basically what Final Fantasy 13 should have been, and that if Mistwalker had continued to make it, they would have just made way better games than what Final Fantasy has become in the last 10-15 years. And to some extent, people may be right. I mean, literally, it feels like where Final Fantasy was evolving to before it jumped off the rails and went crazy in the last 3 or 4
Well,
games.
It still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the Hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise.
Yeah, it's weird. People, more people followed up. Goldfish says, yes, Lost Odyssey had Sakaguchi, founder of Final Fantasy. Neo Maxim says, very true. Lost Odyssey was produced by Sakaguchi. Music is composed by Umatsu. Goldfish says, he left Mistwalker when the Final Fantasy movie failed. It's just sad, like, what happened? Because Mistwalker made 2 really good games. They made Blue Dragon and Lost Odyssey. I thought they were exceptional RPGs. I loved them. And then that was it. Like, Mistwalker disappeared. They fell apart, right? I wonder what happened there. Because then we haven't had games like that since, besides maybe like Dragon Quest
you
11.
Keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you.
You gonna kiss him? Hug him. Grab him and jump into the river with him. Frolic. There you go.
Right. That's enough soppy shite for one
Fancy
day.
a roll in the hay.
Better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Goldfish says, I think Mistwalker now makes low-budget mobile games. Sadly, those games didn't do well. Talking about Lost Odyssey and Blue Dragon.
Ready to go home.
I remember them having Microsoft exclusive contracts. That's right, they were only on Xbox. So if you have games that are coming out that are exceptionally good, but they're only on friggin' Xbox, you know, what's going to happen? Exactly. I think that's exactly what it was, it was the exclusivity. Kind of like what happened, remember Killer Instinct was a launch title for Xbox One? It was a really good fighting game. I really liked it. It failed miserably and never ever recovered because it was only on Xbox One. These exclusivity deals kill games. It's so stupid that they even exist. Okay.
Blackthorn. Got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often.
Oh boy, he's
Or
asking us
be
out.
Sneaking around on your tud all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Can't wait to arbitrarily go down the staircase, tell her construction's underway, and waste more time. Seriously. Oh, man. Ooh, a goblin's coin.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Neo Maxim says it feels like this game wanted to combine MMO elements from Final Fantasy XIV with Nier Automata style combat. Both games were huge moneymakers for Square Enix, so maybe that's why they did that. I mean, very well could be correct. Maybe they thought, oh, just smash two formulas together to make one. It doesn't always work, though. That's like saying, so I really like, you know, I really like peanut butter, but I also really like Brussels sprouts. So combine the two together, it'll work. Like, no. Peanut butter and Brussels sprouts don't go together. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just mash it together and expect it's going to work. Like, what am I wasting time? Why am I doing this? Why am I walking over here to talk to Mid for no reason? It's not an MMO. Why am I walking over here like an asshole, wasting my time? I don't need to do this at all. This could easily have been a cutscene. You just go over there, you talk to her. No, this is the semblance of gameplay. It's not gameplay. It's called wasted time. It's bad game design.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need.
Okay.
What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name back there?
What's her name? Right.
Jade says, who would I like to meet next in Street Fighter's World Tour? Zangief. I hope we can meet him soon, because I want command grabs, man. That'd be really cool to have, like, Blanca's fight style command grabs and freaking fireballs. That'd be a crazy hybrid build, so I hope we can do that tonight. We'll have to see who we run into tonight.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes.
Yes, what's her name?
Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the Mithril engine in which...
Mithril! Pronounce
is
it correctly.
burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode.
Oh,
this is where the
shucks.
helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess
The thermal
energy.
sink.
Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably
Experiments have shown that herpity-derpity-derpity, things you don't need to know for the game, made up law so that it sounds like it's important when it's just wasting your time some more. Look at this birthmark on my face. You may think that I'm one of the enslaved, but actually, I had this from birth. This is very fascinating. Look, I could literally say anything here and have more meaning than what I'm actually saying. In fact, right now, there's a 2-for-1 sale of chicken rings at White Castle. Would you pick up a couple bags of chicken rings at White Castle for me?
Mid?
Yes, we'll go there right now. I love their mini burgers. They're very delicious. Yes, I love. How about a milkshake? Yeah, you know what? Can you stop at Shake Shack on the way and get a milkshake? I love their banana chocolate milkshakes. I think they're some of the best things that you could ever eat. Oh yeah, this is absolutely great. This is great. Let's actually, I heard that actually there's a new quarter pounder at McDonald's that has bacon and a different kind of cheese. Would you go get that one as well? Yes, let's get some multiple sacks of fast food. This is very, I mean, what the fuck? Just shut up. No, really. Just shut up. Just shut up. This is all a waste of time. It's literally all a waste of your time. I don't fucking care about the ins and outs of how the airship works. Why the fuck do I care? That's not the game. This is not Airship Simulator. Fuck this. You really want to waste my time, man. Like, wow. This game is one of the most time-wasting games I've ever played in my life. The dialogue is so insipid and wasteful. and boring and useless. Like, shut the fuck up. Let me play the game, thank you. Holy shit.
Good day to you.
Yikes. Come on. Who made this fucking game, man? It's like they never made an RPG before. They don't understand that dialogue needs to have something to do with the game. They're lost. Holy fucking shit. Okay, this way. What a waste of time. Again, I wish I were joking about how the game is paced, but here we are again, completely wasting our time doing something that has nothing to do with the fucking importance of the game. Why couldn't Mid have just gotten the parts on her own and you continue doing meaningful content? No, instead I gotta go walk around like a fucking errand boy asshole to do this boring shit. At least I have a chocobo to help us get through this fast, but I mean, fuck shit, man. Did you never make a game before? I guess not. But then these are the people who made Final Fantasy XIV. Well, then maybe they should keep making MMOs. Because Jesus Christ, this is not meaningful at all, dude. You waste my time. $70, this is the content. This is what I paid 70 bucks for. I just realized, look at my sword. This is a new sword I just got. Look how cool it looks. Helena's here.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Rick Perez just did a super chat and said, Phil, stop having opinions that my favorite shills don't like. Consume product now. Enjoy the product now. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I've been as honest as I can, and I'm telling you, I'm not hamming it up. I'm not overly trying to ham it up. I have absolutely nothing to benefit by being negative about this game. Nothing. No one's gonna care that Darkside Phil said that Final Fantasy XVI has insanely boring parts, and that the writing is bad and the pacing is bad. The dialogue's a waste of your time. No one cares what I say. You see? But I'm gonna be honest. And the game is terrible in this regard. How can you have high highs and then some of the most boring low lows of any recent game? Like, did you know you were making a video game? I'm just curious. We've been here already, by the way. We were already here and there was nothing there. This again? I already killed one of these in a hunt.
Unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Boom! Giant punch. Almost dead. Shit with this. Oh! The final hit. Yeah, that was sick that the final hit took it out. That was pretty cool. Shout out to BattleDuck9000 who has re-upped their membership for a whopping 25 months. I appreciate that. And Darth Fig did a super chat. So that's another thing I'll say. At this point, I think you face just about every monster in the game. They're all 90% reskins at this point. Seriously? So we're about a little over halfway through the game now. And the entire game is reskins now. Besides bosses, I'm assuming. Right? Jeez. I don't know, man. I don't know what happened to Final Fantasy. This is the complete opposite of what I was expecting from this game. Seriously. And the thing is, I went in without any preconceived notions, just of what I would know of Final Fantasy. I'd go in thinking it's going to be this other thing. This game is something else.
I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the Hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Quest complete. The Eye of the Warrior increases strength tonic duration by 10 seconds. You can throw that right in the trash. No one's going to use that. Carlton Jr. says, I agree completely. The game's boring between icon battles. The reason I haven't beaten it yet is I'm a little ahead of you. It's hard to bear. Boy. I never would have suspected that the game would have been like this. I'm serious. Like, I mean, it really is. I mean, at this point, I'm more than halfway through the game. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm disappointed. I thought the game would be much better. And the point is, again, that there are good parts. And if they would just made the game full of good parts instead of insanely time-wasting, boring parts, it would be probably a really good game. They weren't going for that, though. They were going to waste half your time as if it were an RPG, or a MMORPG, which it's not. They literally made the wrong game. It's like they didn't understand what people wanted from a regular RPG. And the funny part is, how much you want to bet the vast majority of people who like this game are people who like Final Fantasy XIV because it's an MMO. Right? I didn't want to play an MMO. If I wanted to play an MMO, I would have played an MMO. Dabhan says, well, one benefit, you save me 70 quid. The game is just not Final Fantasy enough to me. HoboX says, this really, what I'm doing right now, is the worst of it. After you're done with these boring missions, the game does kind of go uphill. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Let's get this shit done right now, then. Let's get this shit out of the fucking way.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
A bit of a booger. A booger? Oh, get a tissue. Pick it out.
Engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
She racked her brains. She has more than one, apparently.
If I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Hippocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
Well, Escanor as well as Aaron Tabor are both saying that they don't like Final Fantasy XIV or don't like MMOs, but they love the game. Aaron even says, this is what I was expecting from modern Final Fantasy. I don't know, man. Maybe my expectations are just different from having played so many Final Fantasy games up to now, you know? I don't know. Maybe if this game wasn't called Final Fantasy, then maybe it would actually be more enjoyable. I don't know. I still would be bored to tears between the good segments. Yeah, it wouldn't matter what it's called. I'd still be bored. Do I think Final Fantasy 15 is better? Yes, but allow me to put a giant asterisk next to it. All right? Final Fantasy 15 is better, but the story sucks. And the reason the story of Final Fantasy 15 sucks is because the game's not done. If the story of Final Fantasy 15 was finished and done, and the game wasn't disjointed and a big fucking mess, then probably Final Fantasy 15 would be a goddamn masterpiece. Instead, it feels like a half-finished mess with really good parts in it. You see? So, it's kind of a shame, because if you ask me, like, what's the best game of the last 10, 15 years that Final Fantasy put out? Well, I didn't play 14. But it's like, would it be 13, 15, or 16? 13 has one of the worst beginnings ever, and when the game goes open world, becomes absolutely outstanding. But that's only the second half of the game. 15 is a complete disjointed mess with a plot that doesn't even make sense, and the ending kind of sucks, but has really good elements, great graphics, right? A cool kind of camaraderie feeling when you're playing it. this game has high highs with some of the story elements and the fights, and then you're bored to tears the other half of the game. So what happened? What fucking happened with Final Fantasy, for God's sakes? Someone tell me!
Hippocrates, do you have the moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Thermal shielding designs. Yikes.
Shielding for a mithril?
Mithril. Pronounce it correctly.
Whatever will that girl think of next?
Yeesh.
What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home.
Wait a
here
minute.
from
What am I
those same
doing?
materials.
What am I doing? Why am I listening? I don't need to listen. Just go get the item. It's a fetch quest. You don't need to learn any of this nonsense. It's all bullshit. That was I don't know why I was listening. I was like, wait a minute. What the fuck am I doing? I'm completely wasting everyone's time here, right? All right, so where am I going? Who am I talking to next? Huh? I talked to him again?
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you?
Oh, you have to decide who goes with you, Tarja or Jill. Tarja? Tarja goes on a mission with you? Okay.
All right. So, what are we fetching?
Does she
I
actually
take the
fight?
liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Garlic. Conch shells.
We're gathering
sure this is the
garlic
right
and
list?
conch shells.
Looks
You're
like
gotta
the
be fucking
ingredients for
kidding me.
someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects.
Alright, enough of this. Let's just go get the items. I don't fucking care. It doesn't matter. It's a crappy, time-wasting fetch quest. So, where are we going to get these garlic and fucking conch shells? Garlic and conch shells. This is what we're doing in Final Fantasy. Okay. Alright, so, I have a few shout-outs to do. The Lucky Gremlin did a super chat.
Where's Talia?
And says, did you have the same opinion of Metal Gear Solid 4 as you do with Final Fantasy 16? I'm curious. They both have story and cutscene heavy games. So, here's the deal. When I first played Metal Gear Solid 4, alright, when I first started playing it, I thought it was going to be a gameplay heavy game. The beginning of the game actually has a lot of cutscenes, but does have a good amount of gameplay. But, when we got to the part, what part was it? When you finally get to that, the European town, where you have to sneak around the whole town. Remember that? I remember there's a segment at the end of it, you're like on the bike. And I think that's where Big Boss is, the woman from like Metal Gear Solid 3 or whatever's ending. So, whatever that point of the game is, it's so cutscene heavy. So, by the way, this is before I was a YouTuber. I actually started coming home from work, and I would pour myself a big-ass drink of rum and coke, and I would just sit there, and I'd boot the game, and hit play, and I would just drink. I would drink myself while I was watching it, because it was like watching a movie. And then, there was one point, I actually got tired, I fell asleep, and I woke up, and the game had went to a gameplay segment, and it was just sitting there waiting for me to play. I was like, oh my god. I remember the ending too. The ending, yeah, that's exactly what I did for the ending. I just sat there drinking, watching the ending. I wasn't like had any intention of playing a game. I was just getting sloshed watching cutscenes because I knew that. Yeah, I mean the opinion is the same. Yes, basically the game is a cutscene, with very minimal gameplay elements in there. Pretty interesting. Okay, I got a $5 tip. Someone says, people say me and you wanted to hate the game. Why? Why would I want to hate one of my favorite series of all time? I'm a fan of something, but it doesn't mean I blindly support it. We need to criticize so things get better and you don't accept mediocrity. Completely agree. I'm a fan of Final Fantasy. Did we not just play Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster and absolutely love the game? Right? And then we play the latest Final Fantasy. It's like, what the fuck happened here? The hell is this? Goldfish says Twitch almost banned one streamer playing Metal Gear Solid 4 because they actually thought Metal Gear Solid 4 was a real movie, and they were watching a copywritten movie. There you go.
Need to stock up on these.
There you are, Talia.
How are you?
And there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up. Take a few items.
Are we
each.
seriously just here
Right.
to buy items? Is that the mission?
Let's see now.
Go to the store
Why
and
don't
buy
you
items.
Take the garlic and the pepio nuts. Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
Oh no.
Oi, don't touch anything. If that's what you want.
This is absolutely ridiculous. The other thing that's ridiculous is this whole world doesn't need to exist. Like this whole town. What purpose does this town serve actually? There's all the people in it. They don't mean nothing, right?
Any
It's just
friend of
filler.
the innkeeper is a friend of mine. Keep fighting the good fight.
Hopefully Talia's finished too.
Wow. Super duper exciting.
And what can I do for you?
All the same shit. Right? I guess the unique thing here would have been either this soundtrack thing, right? Or this this accessory that would
And
buff the
a
fists.
fine day to you.
Well, did you find everything?
I did. Here.
There you go. Enjoy.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting. But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat.
Chat about what? About his finances. She's gonna try to sell him on an investment. That's a bad investment, but she makes some profit if he takes it. So, you know, she's that kind of person.
Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Taya,
For what?
for everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too, by all of us.
The dialogue is so bad. This could have been done so much better. You know? Look at this! It's even so cliche. We're gonna have the camera pan up and fade to black. This is like a high schooler made this part of the game. This is like a high school art project. You know what I mean? Like...
Well, I think we've tarried
No,
long
I
enough.
know what it is. I know exactly what it is. This is AI generated. They fucking had AI generate all this shit. There's no human could have made this. This is all AI generated. It takes all the tropes of every other fucking RPG and combined it into one. It feels like Final Fantasy, the AI game. That is exactly what it feels like. 100%. Yeah, that's exactly what this shit is.
Back at the Hideaway, all right?
All right. And thanks again.
Yes.
I heard you the
I hit it
first
on the
time.
fucking head. It's AI. I wonder if humans actually made this game. I'm curious. I'm really serious at this point. I'm almost feeling like AI did make this game. It's just so, you know, it's just so fucking cliche. Everything about it. Nothing, these, ugh. Anyway. Where are we going? Are we done? I guess we're done. Yes, we're going to go back. Wow, this is just a great part of the game, let me tell you. Real meaningful. Meaning to tell you that I hate it. Hello, Airhead, how are you? Good to have you here today. How's it going? Please tell me this is the end of this quest line, right? Like, we're done now? This is it? Just go talk to Mid, and then we can continue out with something meaningful, because, dude, once again, they really wanted to waste your time. They were intent on wasting an hour. Even skipping some of the dialogue, it took an hour. Luthe says I quit right after Sid died. The worst Final Fantasy game. Yeah, but Sid, I mean, Sid's a character like that in a lot of Final Fantasy games.
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
So I'll give you guys a comparison, all right? And this won't make full sense yet because I haven't put out my review yet. I'm actually putting out a review tonight. But in the last...
Oh, and Clive.
Oh my god, she's still gonna
It was
talk.
good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
Yeah, talking. It's a revolutionary thing, right? In the last couple of weeks, I've watched a couple of...
Our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
Never before, in any game I've ever played, have I heard so many say so much, yet say so little. Seriously.
Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Holy shit. Okay, what I was going to say was, recently, in the last couple of weeks, I've seen a couple of movies, okay? I saw the Super Mario Brothers movie, and then I just saw Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. Now, I'm going to review the Dungeons & Dragons movie tonight on my DSP Reacts channel. I have already reviewed Super Mario Brothers. The difference in those two movies is exactly the same as the difference between a good video game and a bad video game. And here's what I mean. In Super Mario Brothers movie, all right, it just feels like the entire time that you're watching it, you're just going through emotions to make a movie about the Mario Brothers that slaps their IP onto a generic kids action movie. There's nothing iconic about it. There's not even many notable scenes. They disjointedly slap together things like Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, and other things, and it makes no sense. It's just there to be there, right? The Dungeons & Dragons movie, like, every scene is meaningful. Everything is interesting. Everything is witty, has merit. The scenes, like, are all tied together in ways you don't realize they will, but they do later. The character building is superb. There's superb character development in the movie. And it's actually one of my favorite movies I've seen in, like, the last 5 years. And I don't, you know, it's just crazy because I wasn't expecting anything going in to see that movie. And I watched it. I was like, oh my God, it's, like, super duper good. I couldn't believe how good it was. And that's the difference. Like, oh, we made a giant blockbuster with a bunch of money, but all we did is we used the IP to get people in to watch, and the movie actually isn't that good. Versus, oh, we took care to take attention to the world and everything and make it meaningful, but also we added in interesting story elements, character building, plot that was fun all along the way. Never once am I watching Dungeons and Dragons and feeling like I'm bored. I'm always interested in what's going on in the world. I felt bored 10 times watching the Mario Brothers movie. Do you see the difference? That's the same thing with this game and a good video game. Is like, half the time this game doesn't care what it's doing. It's just putting you through motions to say there's gameplay. That's not a good game. That's called the director / whoever was in charge, the managing editor, didn't understand what's good about a video game. They just wanted to make a video game to sell. Because everything we just did for the last hour literally could not have been in the game, and the game would have been better for it. Who the fuck didn't proofread the game and say, why is this in here? What the fuck are we getting components for the airship for? That's her job. Like, literally, that's the character's fucking job. Let her build the fucking airship. Not me. You do it. In other Final Fantasy games, did Sid tell you to do it? No. Fuck you. You do it. I have other shit to do. Important, interesting things to do. I'm not gonna do your fucking job for you. This is boring as dirt, man. What the fuck? They fucked this up. They did. They fucked it up. I'm gonna save and we're gonna split the part here. This game's fucked up, man. Jesus. Alright, we're gonna continue. Here we go.